Hello, everyone. This week's inspirational quote, courtesy of the I Am app, is I shine brightest when I am my authentic self. Yeah, I mean, I kind of think this is like a uh, explanatory, really, but that the way that I look at this quote, is one, it's a good quote to end this month on. One, two, that it's easier, to to just to be me, instead of trying to be what or who everyone else wants me to be. I mean, it's oftentimes so much energy is wasted on trying to be what everyone else wants us to be, or how they think that we should be. All the times that I was wearing a mask, and I know that I still do to an extent, but I mean, not as not nearly as much as I was originally, but I mean, it's all the energy that went into acting, everything was okay, I mean, it's all the time, I mean, a lot it's a lot of energy was wasted, and so yeah, I think that played a part, and why that I hit, breaking points more often, um and to be honest, I mean, it's at the end of the day, I mean, it's that I have to understand, that hey, it's uh given what I've been through in life, the things that I've endured, you know, um, that, so those things, that they do help, shape me, overall, whether that be in, a positive way or in, a negative way, but at the end of the day, it's I can only be me, and I think that I mentioned it previously, that I mean that it's a song. I think it's by I think that the artist's name is Gavin, I think. But anyway, in this song, that he talks about, is it's how he can only be himself. He can't be who anyone is trying to make him to be. And I think it can't be said like you gotta know like any better uh uh than that, and like I think that on some level, you know, that we can kind of all, like relate to that. You know, we can kind of like relate to the fact that, that um, at times that we're held to standards that we're not going to meet, that we're not meant to meet, you know? Um, you know, but I mean, does that mean that we're still not, like worthy or anything like that? No, I really don't think that it does. Like I think that at the end of the day, like the most important thing that we can do is to learn to love ourselves and to be true to ourselves. Um, I know that I said a lot, but um, I don't know. It's like a lot of things just came to mind when I was thinking like on this. Um, so as always, I would love to hear what your thoughts and views are. So feel free to post those in the comments. And as always, until next time, everyone has a safe and a wonderful week.